Today's video is sponsored by Tecovas Boots. So welcome back to Outdoors with the Morgans. We're going to see if Melissa's still... Did you survive?
Still standing. Yep. I survived my first full Pilates class. I mentioned in...
last week.
The week before last, because last week I was away. I did the intro class. Today I did a whole full class. I survived. I feel good. You have to listen to... My auditory processing needs sharpened. You know, they're saying left and I'm using right. And
so it worked out good though?
Yeah, worked out good. And now I'm going to search for a gallon of milk. I'm stopping to get a gallon of milk and a couple places didn't have it. So have to buy a cow. So
you know that one section of trail that I leveled out for you? I still need, I'm going to go out with the skid loader here in a little bit, smooth it up.
Yeah,
you know,
there's some roots
sticking
up too.
I'm going to take care of that and we'll go from there.
Okay.
All right, just got back to the house here. I got that trail all fixed up. If you remember, about a week or two ago, I took the excavator out there because that trail was leaning real bad on the side hill. And Melissa didn't like that when she's riding the four-wheeler or the side-by-side. And I should have done it a long time ago. But when I built that trail originally, I had a rental machine. And, you know, you're kind of rushing around trying to get everything done in the allotted time that you have, and I didn't get it quite the way I wanted. But when I was out there just a few weeks ago, it was like powder coming out of the ground. It was so dry. But since then, we had some rain, and I was surprised. I was actually able to kind of grade it up and track it in a little bit with the skid loader. So it worked out pretty good. So earlier I mentioned that today's video was sponsored by Tecovas boots. Now check this out. These are the nicest pair of boots I have ever had. No joke. Not only did I get a pair of Tecovas, so did daughter Eva. Matter of fact, last night she wore them to the rodeo. Now, when it comes to boots, for me personally, what is most important is comfort. And with Tecovas boots, they are comfortable right out of the box. You don't have to worry about a long break-in period. Really, really nice boot. Now, with every pair of Tecovas boots, you can expect premium quality, timeless Western style. These are all handmade. It's actually a 200-step process to make these boots, and they use premium leather. I'm telling you, when I open the box, oh, I wish you could smell that. That is one of the greatest smells on planet Earth. They also offer complimentary branding or leather stamping if you want to personalize your boots. If you get a chance to visit one of their stores, you can take advantage of their complimentary drinks, free boot shines, and get the perfect fit with their expert staff. Click on the link in my description or scan the QR code on screen to get your new favorite pair of boots today. All right, made it back to the clearing here. What I just mowed was out past that section of trail that I fixed with the skid loader. Then I went towards the brick house, and then I hung a left. You go out there just a bit and you get onto the community trail, we'll call it. We're onto neighbor Cliff's property. So I went around to his house that way, came back and up to his house that way. So it works out good. Melissa, the dogs, everybody uses these trails. Cliff, his family, and it's really nice because, like I said before, where we live can be a little bit deceiving, because when we're out here working in the woods or whatever, or running on all these trails, it appears that we're out in the middle of nowhere, but really there's housing plans. The closest one's probably a half mile from here. There's houses everywhere, traffic out the road, so it's nice being able to come out here, and it's kind of like you are in the middle of nowhere, which is really nice. It's not near as quiet though, not even close to the cabin down in West Virginia. I mean, down there, it actually took some getting used to. It's so quiet. Like right now, if I just stand here, you know, I can hear a mower off in the distance. I don't know, there's just noise that you don't even really realize is there until there is no noise. I'm telling you, down there at the cabin, it's quiet. You find yourself, when you're talking to somebody, you're whispering. And the road that the cabin is on, it may see 4 or 5 cars a day, maybe. I know when I was building the driveway down there, you know, I might have missed a couple, but I think I saw 3 in one day, and one was the mail truck. Now the road in front of our house, you will get 4 or 5, sometimes a minute. That's the difference. So I used this setup the other day to mow a big field. I did 2 acres one day, and then they were thrilled with the results. And I was kind of surprised as well. It was real thick, tall material, and this just chewed it up. There was like nothing left. And after they saw that, they wanted to go a little bit bigger. So I went back on it, did another acre. But there's a little confusion in that video. There was. One guy commented something like, "This doesn't make any sense. Why would you try to convince everyone this is the right machine for that job?" And I wasn't trying to convince anyone of anything. I got nothing in it. I really don't. I don't care what anybody else does. I don't care what they buy. I don't care what they don't buy. Doesn't matter to me a lick. And like this machine right here, I bought this Vermeer just like anybody else would. And I've been very open and upfront about that. So I just want to get that out of the way. I don't care what anybody else does. However, I think it's helpful for a lot of people out there. If they are considering buying a mini skid, they can see what they are capable of doing. And it's all about sharing experiences and things like that. A guy commented the other day, and this was brilliant. I couldn't believe I didn't think of this before. Let me show you. So I planted a strip through here, just a strip right through the middle of cereal rye. And it's coming up, you can see it. But as soon as I planted it, the next day I got picture after picture from that trail camera over there of deer literally eating all the seeds. And at that point I knew I should have drug all this. You know what I mean? I thought I should have just ran a drag over it. That would help with that. And some guy commented, you could use a treetop for the drag. And I never thought of that before. That would work perfectly. You know, not a huge one, but picture a bunch of branches, dragging it around behind a four-wheeler. You know, seed this down really good, run it around here for about 10 or 15 minutes, and it would work fantastic. And that was a really good idea. But my point was, that's all we try to do here is share experiences and information. You know, that job that I did mowing that field, it's kind of a one-time thing. I mean, who knows, I may do a couple more. If I was in the business of mowing, you know, large properties, I wouldn't be using a mini skid. You know what I mean? That wouldn't be the tool of choice, but it'll definitely get you out of a pinch. I go out there, knock a job out, put a little coin in my pocket, everything is good. And the other thing that keeps coming up, now I haven't had this problem yet. A lot of people are concerned about yellow jackets and ticks because you're standing on this thing, you're not in an enclosed cab. I haven't had a problem yet with that. And to be honest, I don't plan my day around insects. You know what I mean? I've been stung before. It's no fun. But you know what I've had best luck doing? And I don't recommend doing this, but the best luck I've had while mowing, dealing with yellow jackets, is if you see them, get that mower deck right over top of the hole and just sit there for a few minutes. I've done that a bunch of times and never got stung before. On the zero turn, I think there must be an updraft or something from those blades spinning, but I've seen them buzzing around. I've actually searched them out before. You know, I'm mowing over here, over there, I see them coming out of a hole in the ground. I'll just run the mower right over top of them, sit there for a few minutes, and cross my fingers, but that has worked so far. I got to stop for a minute, tell you something. This road that I built, that roller that I got from my buddy Adam that he let me use, best thing in the world, I'm telling you. Now I got like proper drainage on this road, got culvert pipes installed, everything falls nicely to them, but we had some serious rain. I mean, flooding in the area, heavy downpours, and the road's about, I don't know, from the clearing back there back to the house is probably about 875, 900 feet, and there is not a mark on the road. I'm thrilled with it. Just kind of took my time, and but the key is that roller, and then also my subgrade was really good. I got into some good shale at the top of this hill and the next one, and I was able to coat everything with that before I put any stone down. I didn't use any fabric, didn't need to, and there's probably only 5 inches of stone on this, but it is tight. I mean, tight. You can't see it with this little camera, but right behind the backstop, there's a deer.
There, see, it's moving.
It's moving. I can't tell what that one is. Melissa and I are standing here talking down by the wood yard. There's 2 more down there just crossed. Yep. I saw that one buck Levi's been seeing back behind their house. I saw 2 fawns. Aww. What else? I saw a bunch.
Did you see the fawns with the ears?
No, can you explain this?
I'll give Mike the picture to put in this video, but there were 2 fawns out behind our house.
Never saw anything like it.
Has curled ears.
They're real small.
And they're like hairy. They look actually like little horns, but they're ears. And I Googled it, like when fawns have funny looking ears or something I Googled. And it said that in twins, one can be dehydrated or not be eating enough. So I don't know if that was the case of this one.
Otherwise, it looked fine. I don't understand it.
Oh, it looked fine. It looked the same size. It didn't look scrawny.
You have one of those pictures?
I do. I have several pictures, but
it's kind of funny looking.
The mom is the mom that has the broken front leg, so her front leg like almost turns inside out, and she kind of rests it when she's resting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you the picture to put in. It's interesting. It just looked real pointy.
That doe with the bum leg has been around here for 3 years now, I think.
Yeah.
Sticks around, right? But she gets around fine now. The first year, she must have got hit with a car. The first year it happened, I thought, oh man, she's not going to last. But that was a couple years ago.
I saw her after she got hit by a car. She was down in Levi's yard, and her face was black, and she was skinned up some, and she wasn't walking well. Her head was way low. I just actually didn't think she would survive, but she had the leg is how I recognized her.
Yeah.
But she sticks close to the house. I actually thought Mike was mowing strips back behind. She just eats all of that.
Yeah, and then she'll come down here behind the chicken run. I'll see her down by the wood yard, but she stays right here by the house.
Which is safe, because if we need a deer.
Yeah. So we have some really big news to share, don't we?
Yep.
It's big for our family. This is kind of a big deal. You want to tell them?
Family news. Our daughter Hannah, her husband Tyler, and our grandson Bo will be moving back to this area.
Yeah, they have lived in Bellefonte, PA, out by State College for how many years?
Since they got married, so it's been 3 years.
3 years, and Tyler got a job back this way, so they're moving back. So they're currently looking for a place to rent or maybe even buy. That's all up in the air, but something will work out there.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, and it's happening pretty quick, but we were talking how blessed we are to have all our kids
close, and we can see them regularly.
Yeah, it's really nice. We're really excited about it, and I think Hannah's going to help us some with what we have going on around here. You know, Levi works for us full-time, and
there's lots of stuff that needs done, but our daughter Eva moves into school this weekend as well. So.
Yeah, but it'll be great having everybody close by, and grandson Bo, and you know, it's nice that he got a job back here, and but I remember, like, when I worked in oil and gas, I have never moved excuse me, for a job, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I remember when I worked in oil and gas that people their goal was to get promoted and go to Oklahoma, and I never understood that at all. And nothing against the state of Oklahoma, but I always said I always feel more comfortable in an area where I grew up and you know everybody. Mm-hmm. There's just opportunity because you have all those connections that you build over the years. And these guys would want to get promoted. They go to Oklahoma, and then, you know, there's a mass layoff of 3,000 people, and you had already bought a house. You moved your family out there, and now you're just one of another 3,000 people that lost their job, and you don't really know anybody else.
Yeah.
So
I think that happened with
even when I was
house.
Yeah, even when I was young and broke, I don't know, it would have taken an awful lot of money for me to move for a job, you know.
And maybe it's just us, but like that wasn't a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is mine. Plus, we never had those types of jobs. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
well, that's true.
Big paying jobs that a lot of people, that's all they do. They just move from one place to the next and all that. But yeah, we're really excited. That's big news that we wanted to share. So we'll have the entire family within a couple miles.
Yeah, it'll be nice. Hopefully we'll find a place for her to live that's close by.
Yeah.
That's what we're working on.
Yeah, everybody's, I got something in my throat. Everybody's working on it now. And, yeah.
But in other news, we've also had great weather. This has been, I could take days like this all year round.
And it's just beautiful. I mean, today's one of the warmer days. I think it's getting up to like 82 or 83. And I just checked the long-term forecast. It looks like the next 2 weeks, that gets you almost to the end of August. 79, 80 degrees for a high. And then we're getting into September.
Yeah. It's hard to believe. I was talking to my friend today, and she was saying her kids go back to school next week. And now that, you know, Eva's in college, our youngest, it's hard to believe that summer's almost over.
It is.
For the kids to go back to school.
What did I tell you a couple weeks ago, Melissa? 4th of July, it's over. Somehow it just, boom, the leaves are falling off the trees.
Well,
I don't know how that
happened. But it looks great. Hey, Eva and I walked out that road you built, and the trees, it's going to look beautiful in the fall.
It's really going to look nice in the fall.
It looks nice right now, all the green, and
yeah, it's really going to be nice in the
I'm
fall.
always walking out the trails with the dogs and bending down to take pictures and videos of the dogs. But when I had Eva, we were beside each other and look around. It looks so nice.
It really does. But anything else you want to add, Melissa?
No, I'm just excited to have that.
It's just like the holidays too. Like not like who's coming in town. You know, everyone will be here.
Yeah.
And in these days, it makes me even happier to have everybody close to home.
Yeah. Plus, like we said, there's lots to do. So
lots to do.
We'll put them to work.
All right. Well, I think that's about it for today's video. We appreciate y'all being here. We really do. And we will catch you on the next one.
Thanks.